KidsLife, welcome to our series, Challenge Accepted. Great sports moments tend to involve people who accepted a big challenge, and it required courage and the ability to keep going. In this series, we'll be learning how we can be brave enough to say yes to the challenges that we face.
Jesus accepted many challenges, and when we learn about the stories about him, that can help us go through difficult things as well. And we can find courage in Jesus because he went through hard things too. We can be strong and courageous with Jesus because he helps us through our hard times.
Before we get into our message, let's go over our memory verse. It's from 1 John chapter 5, verse 5. And it says, "Who is it that overcomes the world? Only the one that believes that Jesus is the Son of God." KidsLife, let's get into Grow TV.
Oh, hey there, little chicken nuggets. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now, once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Gotta be ready. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Oh, hey there, kiddos. I don't know how much time I have to do Grow TV. I'm training. You see, a super athlete like myself has to constantly train to keep a superhuman physique. Ouch! Drill horse. Anyways, so I know to be the best athlete on the planet, I gotta do whatever it takes. And that means looking at other athletes and doing what they do. So number one, breathing techniques and mind relaxation. Let's get to it. Calmness is the spirit of relaxation. What are the things that make you relax, Carl? Puppy dogs. The color, neon orange. Grizzly bear droppings. Grizzly bear tickles. Do grizzly bears tickle? I don't know, but I would love to find out one day. I like to think they do. Number two, flexibility. Every great athlete knows that being flexible will guard you against great injuries. So let's get flexible. Oh, that's actually really tight. Ow!
Carl, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Can you help me up? Yeah! Thank you, Cassie.
Sure. So what were you doing on the floor?
Well, I was training.
Training? Training for what?
Well, to become the greatest athlete who ever lived.
Oh, right. Of course. So how's it going?
Can't you see? It's going fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Obviously.
All right, I'm not quite there, but I still have one more step of training.
Really? What's the last step?
Let me see. Check my phone. Fasting.
Oh, cool.
I've never done it before. Have you?
Once or twice, yeah.
Really? All right. Well, do you mind if I give it a try?
Go ahead.
All righty.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm fasting.
This is not how you fast.
Oh, Cassie? Yes, it is. It's what all great athletes do. You didn't see me slowly? Pretty cool, huh?
Sure. Hey, Carl, how about you sit down? I think that's enough training for the day.
Yeah. All right, I feel good. Fasting is the best.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but I think fasting is a completely different thing.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell me why you think it is?
Fasting is when you choose not to eat or drink specific things during a certain amount of time.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, unless you think Jesus is wrong.
What? No, Jesus is never wrong. How would you say that?
Well, Jesus fasted.
Really? When?
Well, it says in Mark 1 that Jesus went alone into the wilderness.
That's awesome. If anyone deserves a little me time, it's Jesus.
Oh no, Carl. Jesus didn't go into the wilderness on vacation. He went there specifically to be tempted.
Okay, pump the brakes. Why would Jesus do that to himself?
Well, Jesus knew that doing God's work was going to be very tough. Jesus went into the wilderness to pray and gather strength for what lay ahead.
Wow, I know Jesus is God's son, but man, that still had to be tough.
Yep, and while Jesus was out there, he fasted.
Cool, so he was only out there for like what, 20, 30 minutes?
40
Oh, 40? That's not that bad.
days.
That's
40 days.
I beg your pardon?
Jesus was out there for 40 days, fasting and being tempted by the devil.
Well, what did the devil tempt Jesus with?
If you read Luke 4, we find out that the devil told Jesus to turn stones into bread, to jump off a really high place and force angels to catch Jesus, and even for Jesus to bow down and worship him.
Those are weird things to tempt someone with.
The devil knew who Jesus was and wanted to turn him against God. Of course, that didn't happen though.
Isn't that incredible? But I still can't get over how he was tempted for so long. How many times did Jesus fall into temptation or mess up?
Would you believe me if I said 0 times?
Yeah, I would.
What? What's wrong?
I guess I'm a little discouraged.
Why? This should be good news.
Good news? How? I can't even go 40 seconds without messing up. But Jesus went 40 days without falling into temptation. Jesus can go on forever. I can never do that.
Well, of course you couldn't. You're a great person, but you're not Jesus. Carl, you see, Jesus did this to give us the perfect example on how to live. And when things get rough, he told us what to do.
Well, what did he tell us to do?
Well, he told us to give our worries to God, and Jesus shows us that he can help us.
Help us, huh? Even when we're being tempted?
Especially when we're tempted. I know Jesus helps me when I'm tempted.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Carl.
Yeah. Cassie, you are right.
Jesus helps me when I'm tempted.
He does. He does. You're so right.
Carl.
Yeah. Cassie. That's good, yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
I did. Yeah. Make me emotional. Yeah, he helps us. He helps us. That's good. That's good stuff. You're so right.
Carl.
Cassie. Oh! That's our big idea! Today's big idea is Jesus helps me when I'm tempted.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. Ready?
Ready?
1,
2,
3.
Jesus helps me when I'm tempted! Yeah!
So, Mr. Super Athlete, do you think you're finally finished with all your training?
Not quite. Choo choo! Choo 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 choo! Ha! Choo choo choo! Get it? Like I'm training? Come on, Cassie, train with me. Choo choo! Choo choo! Yeah! See you later, kids! Woo!
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of TV.
Have you ever been tempted to do something you know you shouldn't? Like sneak candy, for instance? No, never. You've never done that, have you? Never. I'm pretty sure every single one of us has done that at some point. Or maybe you've watched or listened to something you shouldn't have. Or listened to a friend who told you to do the wrong thing, even though you know you should have said no. There are lots of things that try to tempt us every day. And often, because we're human, we sin and give into those temptations. The devil loves to tempt us to do the wrong thing, just like he did to Adam and Eve.
The devil also tried to tempt Jesus, but the difference is, no matter what he did, Jesus always resisted the temptation. When the devil came to Jesus after he had been fasting for 40 days, obviously Jesus was hungry. The devil tempted him 3 times, telling him to turn stones into bread to eat, and trying to trick him into testing God and worshiping him. But Jesus told him to get away from him, because the Bible says to worship and serve God alone.
We are always tempted with things that look or seem good, but are very bad for us. The good news is that Jesus knows what it is like to be tempted, but he resisted and overcame it. That means when we feel temptation to do something we know we shouldn't, we can ask Jesus for help to resist the temptation too. Jesus helps us when we are tempted.
What's our big idea again?
Jesus helps me when I'm tempted.
All right, KidsLife, we will see you next week.